Hello, ladies and gents. It's LoreCrimes, and we're watching Adepticon stuff. We're just waiting right now for the thing to begin. You can probably hear the drum beat.
Hello,
Please let
Epic.
us know if it's too loud, and I will turn it down. But yeah, are we all good? We hope you're all good.
Yes, sir. Chad, I'm building my my medium Chi-Ha tank for bolt action, which you should play. It's a cool game.
I am building skeletons. I'm opening YouTube. There we go.
Eli, when he goes to China and they see his skinny long di, so they have to call him Dillis for the dig gods. Thank you, Thankwall. I made a Bing Chilling reference before we started, so that's crazy that China came up again. China number one, as they say.
Being chilling.
What are we thinking? What's coming? What's coming later? What do they got for us?
I honestly don't know.
Reveals?
I feel like I saw a picture of an AdMech artwork, so maybe there'll be an AdMech thing.
Wasn't in that, you know, they had like that roadmap. They were like, we've done Emperor's Children, On the Way as World Eaters, Death Guard, and Thousand Suns. So maybe one of them.
Yeah, and maybe Knights, I think, was one of them too. I don't know. All my factions that I wanted to get updated have been updated, so I just haven't cared for a while.
I would say the big old high elf thing happened at LVO. There's only I don't know what else I'm waiting for.
Yeah, what I'm waiting for is Vampire Counts or Dark Elves for Old World. So I guess that would be cool.
So you haven't seen the name, Eli. That's, you know,
I know.
the little header under it. Come on.
Yep. That would be really nice, and then maybe I could actually play some Old World. I know I can technically play Old World. It just feels bad playing an Index army.
Just buy more.
I bought my $250 Emperor's Children Codex today. They got my money.
Nice.
But what about a second GW purchase? Come on, man.
Please.
I thought you were Malekith's guy. Come on.
I am Malekith's guy. He's biding his time in my freaking storage. He's biding his time.
Speaking of purchases, big news, Eli. I bought an Eldar book today.
Oh, crazy.
I bought a 20-year-old book by William King called Farseer.
Wow.
So that's what I bought.
That's quite the surprise.
Yeah.
And a weird first
was
Eldar book
it
to
had a
buy.
Rogue Trader on the cover.
Oh,
but here's the thing, I liked William King's stuff from Ragnar. Obviously he does, as Colin mentioned, Gotrek and Felix. So it's literally, you look at his books and it's like Ragnar, Gotrek, and it's just like Farseer, and that's it. You know, what? That's a really eclectic list.
Well, I hope it's good. I have not read it. Maybe you can recommend it to me afterwards.
Confusingly, it's about a rogue trader called Janus Dark, who is not to be confused with the guy from Blackstone Fortress called Janus Drake, even though they're both rogue traders.
Interesting.
Names are hard sometimes, man. What do you...
Yeah. I even had to do a double check. Like, they haven't rebranded the character, have they? Because it's been a while since the books. And it's like, nope, they're two different characters. Okay, fine. Also, Thankwell in the chat. We see you. Thanks for letting me know my volume was rubbish. Actually, we're getting from this right. Conservatism.
So it sounds like different music.
Could be huge.
Also, folks, do you prefer chat this view, where the stream's on the right, or this view, where it's on the top? Do you want us to be bottoms or side scrollers? You choose.
I think the side looks better, personally.
I think so.
Yeah, I think the side's good. What are the odds we get, like, the most breathtaking mini they've released, but it's Blood Bowl? Come on, please.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Also, look at this. Twitch is basically making money from an ad, and we've got that same ad in our thing, and we're not making a penny. Amazing!
Wow.
Oh no.
Not even Adblock can save us.
Woo! Toilet duck. Yeah. Spring deal.
What is toilet duck? Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
The ad.
Put it in toilet. That'd be great.
Is that like
Introducing the new Necromunda mini. Toilet duck.
Toilet duck. Skibbity toilet?
Ayo, Skibbity Warhammer? Could be big. Just saying.
When is Warhammer coming to Fortnite? It's been...
It will happen. Surely. When the TV show comes out, it's gotta happen. 100%.
The fabled TV series.
We have Bloody Shirt Music gifted 1 LoreCrimes membership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bloody Shirt Music.
Very much.
Hell yeah.
It takes the bite out of the fact we didn't make any money from Toilet Duck. So
yeah, we can feel a little bit better now.
Feel a little bit more encouraged.
Ready for Dynasty.
Yes, indeed.
I was
honestly
surprised
surprised
how quickly they were like. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on like how quickly they're like Space Marine free?
Oh, bro, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. There's no freaking way. It took us like 12 years to get the second one.
Right. All I'm saying, as a fervent fan of the Like a Dragon / Yakuza series, or they can make a great game. And like, I played The Man Who Erased His Name, which is a spin-off where it's like the last where you play as Kiryu. They made it in like 8 months, and it's so good because they already have all the assets, and they just they do new character models and new lines and a couple of new mechanics. And it's like new game, like cool, awesome.
Is it what company makes those games?
Well, it's Ryuga. It's Sega. Sega makes the Yakuza series, and this one is Saber Interactive for Space Marine. So 2 very different companies.
Yeah, one of those is one of those Japanese, and one of them is American.
Yes.
Yeah, that already tells me that one's gonna be better than the other, most likely.
I really want to play the new pirate game, the Yakuza pirate game.
Oh, the one with the what's his name?
Majima. Yeah.
I want to play any of the Yakuza games. Frick.
They're so good. There's like 15 now, but they're really good, and I've played most of them. I haven't played the PSP one or the newest ones, but
PSP one might be hard to come by.
That ship might have sailed, unfortunately.
I don't know. Where there's an emulator, there's a way.
Very true.
What do you mean, Fanquil? Me when Andy's metal gets solid and he snakes into Eli. How
hey,
dare you?
Yo. Shh.
None of those words were in the Bible, man.
My interesting Crusader Kings have announced that they're going to add your 2 favorite places. Is that China and Japan? So that'd be funny. I have played a little bit of one of the old Crusader Kings, and it is pretty fun.
Could you imagine if they were like? Could you imagine if they were like during this stream? By the way, guys, Old World. Do you want to have like an entire army for Ind? Like what? Where did that come from? Okay, cool.
If we get in
go on,
before we
DW,
get
do
Cathay it. After Total War, I'm gonna flip shit.
What is that? What is Ind?
India. They just took the Ia out.
Wow. Wow. Tom Warren, thank you for the $2. It is China and Japan, yes. Well, I might have to load that game up. People think I'm crazy that I like China and Japan at the same time, but it's real and true.
Wow.
I might have to get a Chinese army for the bolt action.
Bro is not allowed in the city of Nanking.
Oh, crazy thing to drop on stream.
What a comment. Had to put it there.
Currently
pooping. Wow. Shout out.
Hell yeah.
And then followed by wish me luck.
Good luck, soldier. I was being the tank in Tiananmen. That's crazy. Wow. There's a lot of pieces in this tank.
Fun Marvel Rivals fact. You cannot spell the name the Tiananmen Square.
Wow.
Guess what country the developers are based out of?
Wow. Crazy. Well, Damien P, thank you for the $5. My wife just gifted your guys' sweater and shirt. I love them. Wow, shout out to your wife.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Wife is a real one.
Shout out to
and
you
you're
too.
a real one.
We appreciate it. I will be able to afford to buy 1 trillion potatoes when we go to Ireland because of you guys.
Combandus mighty schlong of Cygnus. Hey, Colin, if there are Zangors, Slangors, and Korngors, what about the ones who worship Nurgle? Pestigors. No, I'm not. You are not getting me, sir.
Naughty.
And for once in that company's history, GW didn't stumble into it either.
Although, speaking of Nurgle, I can't get over how good a name Sloppity Bilepiper is. That's such a good name for a demon.
A real one.
There's 1 trillion pieces. You know this tank? I can read some fun facts about the Chiha medium tank. With over 2,100 units made, the Type 97 Chiha medium tank was the second most produced Japanese medium tank of the war. After the smaller Type 95 Hago, it saw extensive action in the Second Sino-Japanese War, the battles of Khalkhin Gol against the Soviet Union, and throughout the war. The driver sat on the right and Hall machine gunner to the left. The tank commander also acted as the gunner, assisted by a loader, radioman, rear machine gunner. Chiha had no intercom, so the driver had to respond to a series of 12 buttons in the turret linked to buzzers sited near the driver for instructions. That's pretty crazy. Although the Chiha had no coaxial machine gun, it had a rear turret machine gun. The turret was equipped with a relatively large command cupola. Later, a horseshoe radio aerial was mounted, a feature of many Japanese tanks. The Type 97 Chiha was later upgunned in a newly designed turret and designated the Type 97 Kai Shinhoto Chiha. There you go, lore. There's today's lore.
I just saw a comment from Stupid Blin saying, "Guys, I'm at the convention center. Where the F is the reveal show? I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. I'm sorry. If anyone can help, please let him know he's." Oh, and also, when is it starting, Panda? It's starting supposedly now. It should be right now-ish. It starts at 2. It's 2. I'm looking at it. I'm just waiting for them to go.
The sprues.
There we go. There we go.
Oops, it started, so I'll stop that.
Warhammer live preview show coming to you from Nottingham. My name
God
is
damn it!
This is
I'm not even in Chicago.
Dude, I dropped a skeleton head, and it's gone. That thing belongs to the carpet now.
Yeah,
poor guys didn't even get a trip to Adepticon.
Now, this weekend we are celebrating it, of course, as
Still in Nottingham.
over there in America, in Milwaukee. If you're there at the event, hello. You may have already seen some stuff we're about to show you already, but keep quiet for now. Great to have you here. But of course, there's folks all around the world. Please let us know in the chat where you are. And in fact, this evening we're helped out because we are live. You can ask us questions. We have Ed over in Question Corner. Ed, how are you doing? All right?
Good, thanks, Nick.
Say hello to Ed in the chat.
Got any questions?
Hello, Ed.
Do start with a question right at the beginning, and it will help me.
That's not sad bad of Tara.
That is in the Twitch chat only.
Just supposed to be
also
Twitch.
Boys got every Tommy plush in the book except for the best one.
We have so much
to
show you this evening, and in fact, we're going to give you a quick glimpse right now.
Ooh.
Volume good chat.
The royalty-free guitar goes crazy. Oh, Admech, I called that one. That didn't look like Dark Elves.
That was very exciting.
Oh, Colin's gone.
That's it. Everyone go home.
It's now time to jump.
I think that was a world. I'm guessing that was a World Eater model that we saw.
Toilet Duck has returned. Yeah,
those were showing last time, right?
You get a fantastic battalion.
What else?
Or is this new to show? I
love
Wood Elves.
I don't remember the Wood Elves.
I think they were announced. Maybe they weren't shown.
Elite army on the tabletop. These guys are superb.
They were mentioned at LVO. Yeah, I don't think they were shown though.
That's absolutely right. What he says there. We've also got the hero here, the Araloth Lord of Talson as well.
That's pretty hype.
Alongside the Wood Elves.
That's a.
This guy was a cowardly youth, right?
Some Wood Elves.
Cowardly youth.
Second favorite elf.
Wait, that's Araloth?
Oh shit. He then regained his courage and
very large jaw,
to slay Morgan
very low.
A superb Lord level hero for your Wood Elf forces. This guy carries his bird.
I think one of like 3 returning characters. 4.
Enemies, which is great.
The other 3 being all in the Tomb Kings.
Arcane Journal. which is coming for the Wood Elves, just like it does for every other army. A 48-page book dedicated.
Oh, I see Orion though. That's promising.
Historical recreations.
Mel Gibson.
Right in there. New heroes. We got Orion, King of the Woods, returns.
Oh man, don't be tempting me right
Speak of the
now.
devil. Speak of the devil. There he is.
Items, new units which you
Big
can
spear.
And he's got dogs.
And you don't have to put him on a chariot, so that's already, making me feel inclined towards it.
Units of deep wood hounds,
My China guy has Warhammer
and even
Fantasy.
a bear of Lauren. So you can have a bear.
Could be convinced to buy some Chinese Wood Elves.
So there we are.
You mentioned beasts there. Wood Elves aren't the only things that are coming to the old world. We've got the Beastman Brighthoods returning.
Beastman, whatever.
Oh yeah, rest in piss.
Did you sell all your Age of Sigmar Beastmen like a fool?
Yeah, the Beastmen, of course,
get ready to rebuy them.
In Warhammer The Old World.
After you sold them for the first round from Fantasy and Age of Sigmar.
Running around all over the table, and some terrifying monsters as well.
Dude, pour one out
and
for
the
at least surely a couple people that had to rebase them from Fantasy into AOS, and now they have to do it again. Shouldn't have even bothered the first time.
JW's playing 4D chess for real.
You tend to be given
What is
a
that
bit
thing?
of a ride. They love that.
It's old. I've seen this.
This is a character. Mogul
No, this is
something?
Morger. I don't remember his little goober.
Oh.
That's why I remember this. I'm like, this little guy.
However, has been
I've seen this.
He's a powerful level 4 wizard, and that leering
Level
spirit
4.
that
Level
accompanies
4?
into battle is placed on the battlefield to cast devolving magic at enemies
I
from
have
afar, which is
two
quite
kings.
fun.
It's not
Now,
that
it's worth
impressive.
pointing out both the Wood Elves and the Beastmen are going to have the
I have level 5 wizards.
ranges accompanying them. We've just shown you a selection.
Well, I don't
I
have
don't have
that,
any.
but you know, their wizards are pretty cheap by necessity, well, relatively.
For the Beastmen, Brayherds.
Because if you don't have a wizard, you don't. Your army doesn't.
Full of great maps. You like a map, Alex. You really do. We've got historical recreations of Crawmore taking on
Beastmen are alright. I like them.
New units, new heroes.
I respect
magic,
Beastmen.
Okay with
like a
Beastmen.
Herdstone for your force as well.
Oh, yeah.
Look, if you're a Beastman fan, you want to get this book. That's great. Now,
I respect Beastmen players.
people kind of knew that Wood Elves were on the way, because they were the
That's a
last
good way
two
to put it.
forces that were going to happen. But there's one force.
It's like an Eldar player, but even more mistreated in every way possible.
It's like an Eldar player with more pity.
Cathay is among
Yeah.
the oldest
Cathay?
civilizations
Cathay?
in the world.
Here we go.
It'd be so huge.
It's not end, but oh well.
Holy
I
frick.
guess Cathay will do.
Shut up, Andy.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick.
Come on, show me the
That's
mini.
crazy.
Under the watch of my father,
there's my man.
the Celestial Dragon Emperor,
That's not my man.
Grand Cathay stands as a bulwark of harmony against the forces of darkness. Now, as the hordes of
Teasing me.
chaos threaten to breach our sacred battlements, this haven of order prepares for war. Upon the walls of the Great Bastion are mustered countless soldiers, ingenious war machines, and other more
Ogres.
esoteric defenders who stand ready, determined to hold back the
Whatever.
Statue.
Come on, give me a watcher.
I
Give me a
performed the
watcher
duty
mini. Come on.
bestowed on me by my
Give us Chinese
divine
Gilliman, come on.
father centuries ago. Through devout study of the twin powers of yin and yang, I master the elements and summon lightning from the heavens, striking
Get to
our
it, Miao
foes
Ying.
and inspiring
Give me the
all
fucking mini.
to fight beneath my banner.
Miao Ying, toilet duck.
I
Shut
am
up,
Get
Eli.
back before you finish. Come on.
Storm winds and the supreme matriarch of Nangao. I am Miao Ying. I am
Alright.
the Storm Dragon.
Yes.
This
Cool, huh?
is Grand
Come on.
Cathay, our eternal empire.
China number 1!
Yes!
China number 1!
I'm gonna come.
Dragon. I saw a dragon. 2 dragons.
Oh,
there it
freaking
is.
action figure.
You
Holy
called
frick.
it, Colin, on
Exciting.
Fireside.
Genuine goosebumps
Wow.
after
Alright,
watching that.
here we go.
What a video. What a range.
That's
Let's talk
crazy.
about it.
Holy
So,
frick.
Grand
Everyone in the
Cathay
chat,
is here,
change your
marching
underwear.
into the old
Oh,
world.
some Chinese flakes in the
Alex.
chat.
Who are the Grand Cathay?
So Grand Cathay is one of the oldest civilizations in the world.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Sort of
And they didn't fuck it up. The models still look like they belong in Warhammer Fantasy.
Farms, great mountains, and it's had a sort of internal stability and harmony that the other nations tend to be in a level of turmoil because it's ruled by dragons, namely the celestial dragon emperor himself. And as you can imagine, having an immortal leader,
all right.
That's such a what a great sort of idea and concept for a force, and it's a very different army to anything else you might see in Warhammer The Old World.
Emperor of Mankind, go fuck yourself. 10 million social credit to the Celestial Dragon Emperor.
I gotta be honest, they're like, oh, that's such a great idea. It's like, calm down, guys. You copy pasted. You just went China, copy.
We're going to go through a few of them now because the
and China is number one. So.
They did, but it's really cool, and there's minis.
It is cool. It's just like, oh, our unique is like, come on, guys.
About the infantry, Alex, the Jade Warriors. Who are they?
So the Jade Warriors are the
goodbye all of my money.
Core of a city.
Yeah, for real.
So they're known as the Jade Warriors because that stone is
literally hundreds of players right now with their arms.
Sort of the implacable nature
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Shields, they're formidable in the attack.
Eli, come on, China Army, Cathay.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You're absolutely right.
It's gonna happen.
The rules as well. These guys have the rule defensive stance, where if they remain stationary, they can re-roll ones in the combat phase on their saves, which is cool. Really cool thing to point out in this box set as well is that while you can build every single model with lots of different variation, one of the great varieties in the Jade Warriors is that is every model you can choose.
You will never charge a Cathayan unit.
All your Jade Warriors
Doom be upon ye if you do.
Which is really
also great comment here.
Neck protection. Maybe the
neck protection.
The Jade Warriors, but let's
talk
about the Jade Lancers.
They're staying safe.
Cavalry. These guys are special.
We got some Taiwans in the chat, I think.
These guys are
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Celestial host. They've been forged in battle and drawn from the most disciplined and skilled soldiers of the great cities.
Someone save Eli's wife, dude. She's been eating ice soup for 10 weeks.
Manage at least.
Sorry, babe.
On the battlefield, basically, they are able to.
GW needs me in my wallet.
Xi Jinping needs me to buy this Cathay army.
To counterattack.
They're absolutely devastating cavalry, Alex. On the charge,
you said the name wrong. You're done.
An extra rank so that makes them super hitty. And also the Cathay
trillion social credit down the drain.
Follow up from combat and counters charging next turn, so that's going to go straight through units and into the next one.
Show me a name character. Give me a dragon. Come on.
But if you don't want to get too close to your opponent like the Jade Lancers do, maybe you want to fancy taking some of these artillery pieces.
West Taiwan needs you, Eli. Wow.
What we got?
So all along the Great Bastion, you've got rocket launchers and cannons of all sizes. You know, the rocket
launchers would make so
fire rain
much money
battery,
if there was like a little spring you pulled at the back of those and it shot actual missiles.
It just sound like confetti here, yeah.
I'm just looking at the guy carrying the thing. I'm like, you could do it. Go on.
By disciples of the House of Smoke and Powder,
and then there'll be the end of your game. Every game's like, I dropped them under the table, guys. You got to help me find them.
So many.
Just holding the string, like I found it.
Just extending every tournament game by at least 10 minutes would be awesome.
And they've got that.
Oh man, these be too cool to be showing me right now. I can't be buying this.
It's a great character piece.
But this also means that Dark Elves are not getting announced. I imagine.
Piece in terms of the rules, he helps.
I'm deeply sorry for that one, but I'm deeply happy for Cathay. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm coming away with a dub.
Also, everyone, thank you, Total Warhammer. Thanks for your service.
Fucking dude, Creative Assembly dragging this setting back to life.
Seriously.
Slowing down enemy units nearby where
been doing CPR for 20 years.
Battery can choose multiple different
they're the goats for that.
Depending on whether it's going for big targets or for big units.
We call this strategy
my favorite
Fire Ren.
Check out the guy at the back with the sort of the bamboo rocket who's smoking a pipe right next to the rocket. What a hero! What a hero!
He's Chief Neville.
Stuff. But that's the models that we've seen in the battalion. We've also got some other stuff as well. This is the Sky Lantern. Tell me about
you could probably give someone a concussion with that thing. That looks pretty big.
Paper and silk and held aloft by a cage.
That looks really nice.
Warbird, which basically has burning wings and
up
into it to give it lift.
Dragons on
the crew
it.
then sit in an armored gondola and they're able to direct it using those sails on the side. It's a
Old World always eating so good, man.
you had the Derby up on one side.
Don't worry though, someone on Twitter will say it's a dead game.
The best engineer. Now you can see in that gondola you've got a Lord Magistrate or Strategist, and these are the commanders of cities and the institutions of Grand Cathay. They tend to lead from the
With
back,
every release
and they can
make,
guide from the Skylines.
I get one step closer to convincing me to buy an entire new army, despite having 6,000 points of fantasy sitting in my storage.
What's another 6,000 points?
Or you can add Sky Lantern without one of those inside if you want to.
I have 6,000 points of unusable fantasy currently.
On a new base site, which is
not unusable, but
they're semi-usable.
I know. With an array of gunpowder weapons and bombs, including the actual.
I don't think those dragons are freehand, are they?
Those huge Sky Lantern bombs underneath it, which are absolutely devastating. One of my favourite rules about this thing is the Eye of the Dragon rule, which lets Cathayan artillery use this model's line of sight. So
somebody shows up with a blimp. What the heck do you do if you're just freaking
which is fantastic,
rocking up with like orcs?
Well, I would say, I suppose it depends. Are you playing Warriors of Chaos? Because then you lose.
Seriously,
intricate symbols. And as well there on the Sky Lantern.
I mean, not having played, wasn't it always kind of though?
Like, I mean, level 4 brush sorcerer to
what do the Warriors of Chaos do when the dwarf player goes, I place 5 cannons down?
We've got the
yes,
Sentinels.
To be fair, an orc would just throw other orcs at it and they'd fly up. Probably.
I mean, that is what the Doom Diver catapult is. Oh shit, this thing is.
It's a whole action figure, dude.
The Terracotta Sentinels are crafted from.
This
imagine the.
This is just a joy toy.
Yeah.
Even just looking at like the helmet, you could do like a really fun Tomb King conversion with this.
Oh yeah.
Like played around with
Sentinels watch over Sky Pass in the Mountains of Morn.
These would be also. You'd have to get a lot more creative with it.
And Warpstone Sentinels.
These would be some sick looking Imperial Knights too.
Sort of watch over the desert roads.
I tell you what's really cool as well, depending on which one you go for and how you paint your miniature.
Or even a Chaos Knight looking at the face of
where
the eye sockets
are. The Terracotta Sentinel can regenerate, while the Granite Sentinel might have a better armor save, and the Warpstone Sentinel is going to sort of really badly affect the nearby enemy troops, decreasing their toughness, which is really horrible. These things are huge.
Stone Sentinel, that's giving me joy. That's Xiao Ming's thing. Come on.
Look at another centerpiece model here, the Shigengan Lord on the Great Spirit Longmarch.
Ooh, look at that.
These guys tend to be the descendants.
T-minus 1 second until the frequently bought together Jar and Ming models. Memes come out.
We are with a blade.
Even just the
armor from the forges.
What do you call that? Like
and they fight
breastplate thing. That's quite nice detail.
Absolutely not. And
on the dragon or on her?
On the dragon, just like the way it's like with the straps with the little jewels on and everything.
It is very cool.
Cathay armies are going to be mogging everyone who's still playing with 50-year-old models. Holy cow!
Just shacking up with those little dwarfs with like the lance in the palm of the hand, and you got this thing. Like,
the elves in the Empire don't look too. I mean, they definitely look dated, but they don't look too bad. The dude playing original dwarf slayers, though, I don't think those things have ever been updated. That guy is getting mocked.
Does that shield have an eye slit so that you can look through it while you stab?
Is that right? Battle-hardened veteran
like
leaders
a bar on the
forces.
wow? That's
again, they could be
quite...
heroes or or lords. You get 2 in the box, enough to make a
Man, those are so freaking nice.
Including all the bits to make a battle standard bearer, and you can thank the dragon.
Eli's wife asking why he put a sticky Xiao Ming model into a jar under the bed.
These guys are wonderful leaders to have in your force to direct your models in play. Now, of course, alongside this, we are going to see the Grand Cathay Arcane.
To be fair, Eli,
indeed. So this has got the.
I was speaking to Omega on Edge, who's a painter, and he's like,
lots of little bits of information.
He put the lion's cape in a rice cooker to try and dry the paint on it. It did not go
well. Wow! Friendship with
he now needs a new cape for the lions.
Yeah, I
imagine. The philosophy of Grand Cathay, the armies, the formation of the Great Warpstone Desert, the trade, exploration.
Oh, the shield is supposed to look like a lock.
Okay. And it was the anchor at the western end of the Great Bastion.
Emperor's Children Go to Hell, 10 million Cathay videos this year alone.
Of magic speaking to Yin and Yang. Yang made you study control of the winds of magic, producing.
These are nicer than the Emperor's Children. I ain't gonna deny that.
Ooh, high praise.
Bro, fantasy models are always
journal as well. This Arcane Journal is a bit unusual. It's not maybe like the other Arcane Journals.
Sigmar team, fantasy people have full liberty to just do whatever they want.
You know what the shields remind me of? You know those like ancient Chinese coins that have like the hole in the middle? Reminds me of that.
Oh yeah, they do look like that.
Items. Everything you need to field your Grand Cathay army in a game of Warhammer The Old World is in this book. So if you're going to collect an army, you need to get yourself a copy of this book as well. But that's not the only thing we've got one more thing to show you from this army.
Dorgo.
Yes! Oh, there's the jar.
The commander of the armies of the Great Bastion, ruler of Northern Cathay.
Come on, have a human form though. Come on.
So for centuries,
I'm not even saying that one for Guna reasons.
Barbarians,
That's what they do with Total War. Let me transform.
Her position by the celestial dragon.
I don't think I've ever seen a dragon with hair before. That's pretty interesting.
Amongst her siblings.
Like, look at my long flowing locks. Imagine getting conditioner for that. That would be a nightmare.
Somewhat aware of it. She's forever dealing with the lords of Nangao because even when you are a dragon, politics and scheming never escape.
Now, I'm right thinking Mao Ying's form is as a dragon, and sometimes she can transform herself into the human form. So I guess let's terrify her troops as well. What's important as well?
There it is.
It's important to say as well that model we've just seen, the dragon, Mao Ying here, and all the models we've seen in this entire range are all plastic,
Indeed.
which is fantastic.
$10 million to Games Workshop. $10 million to
your miniatures.
Walmart glass
Mao
jars.
Ying is a powerful wizard. She can transform herself from a
What did we say in
dragon
the
to a human
fireside
whenever she
chat we
wants
had
to.
recently? Like, they would be mad not to
And she's a
capitalize on this,
supreme
surely.
matriarch
Go
of
on,
the Nile.
Icon.
They
They've done
would
it.
be, and I'm glad they did.
Her celestial
Good
dragon
work,
guard,
Games
making
Workshop.
that
Good work.
as well.
Maybe
It's a
one of the
stunning
first
century
times that
model.
they actually
that whole
figured something out.
collection is
Didn't
just
cock it up.
incredible.
Yeah.
And this one you can see like
Detail.
Necron newish models where they
There
have
you go.
like
That is
the
Grand Cathay
pixely
coming
bases
soon
that
for Warhammer
add to the
The Old World.
foundations.
A very exciting release.
Very cool.
And yeah, you guys weren't sure if we're going to show you everything. We just have. So there we go. Exciting stuff.
Didn't think that was coming as soon as it did.
Yeah,
My Adepticon previews have been met. The only surprise banger I could be hit with is a new Skaven Blood Bowl team or something. I don't know, man.
All over the world.
Yeah, we can go home now.
I do have some old world related questions that I've got for you though. And how much of the release is in?
Right, everyone, that was the stream.
Well, everything we've just seen is plastic.
Yep.
There we go. That's it. If there's other models coming in
And
the
it's
future,
all
we don't know
baby,
about them,
not
we don't know.
one beat
But
missed.
Everything we've just seen is entirely plastic. Multi-part miniatures, loads of different options you can put on your miniatures.
No surprise, Meow
there you
Ying
go.
is made out of
How
fine
cool's that,
cast.
right? It's pretty cool.
That would be tragic.
Next up, are those terracotta models the biggest models in Old World?
Banana,
They might be.
terracotta, banana,
The Sky
terracotta,
Lantern is
terracotta
huge.
pie.
Yeah, the Sky Lantern stands really tall.
Because it's on a brand new base as well, and then on a flying stand, and then that balloon on top of it. So at least height-wise, I think the Sky Lantern takes it.
Do these guys do other things for GW, or do they just get to be the guys who talk to the camera?
No, it's
I
GW's the only good thing to come out of
Final
Britain in
question
over
then,
100 years.
and here's
I mean, Hal came out of Britain.
Old World.
That's something, right?
They don't have
Well,
a
he's not out of it. He's still in it, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Arguably, they're amongst the
He
oldest
still
and most
remains there.
powerful kingdoms in the old world.
Yeah.
British game.
He's still
But they
fermenting, like
particularly
me,
hate
just fermenting.
chaos,
Oh, they
right?
Till we're ready to pop, till we're ripe enough to leave.
So if you wanted to have if there was
British
a
game
rival, if
uses
there was someone that
inches.
stood up anyway,
Yeah, I think we win.
The Cathay, it would be the Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
American cultural
Anything else,
victory.
Ed? Any more in the chat for now?
Lots of questions. I think
Also,
might get answered
let's get a shout out to
later on.
Andy. It's
As we
3
go
a.m.
on.
for him right now. I think.
Yeah,
We'll move
Well,
on to
2:20. To be
segment
honest,
of
I'm
our
usually up
show,
anyway,
and
so
it's
it's
time
not a
to
big
bro
deal.
doesn't
from
seem
the
tired at
old
all.
world and take a look at
I'm
what's
just going to
going
go to
on.
bed after this and be like, yeah. I've been working on a video all day. It's fine.
Necromunda?
Necromunda stuff. Necromunda also always eats good.
Grounded static. Architect recovery. Imperative.
Here, Kill Team. Oh, Tyranny Kill
Here we
Team?
go. Kill Team Typhon is the next release coming for Kill Team, and it's extremely exciting. We have got a big box here full of loads of miniatures and the
Ravener.
much
I
asked
love me
for,
some
much waited
Raveners.
for. Tyranid specific
you like
Kill Team
Tyranids?
is here
I do.
in the form
I know, I
of
do.
Raveners. First of all, before we go any
Nice.
further,
Ravener's
very
one of my
quickly,
favorite
Alex, where is Typhon
Isle
set and who are the
forms.
combatants?
So we are still on Volcus. We're in High Basilicus. The Great Gun is fired, and when it does fire, the backdraft
wanna see the other
levels
guys,
everything
though.
around it. One of the things that sometimes happens
Those
is
AdMech.
that sinkholes open,
Oh,
and when they
cool.
do, that allows access below the Great Gun And so what happens is the Adeptus Mechanicus send out these teams of sacrificial servitors to go and find some of the archaeological bits that are hidden down there. But when they've done so, they've awoken some Ravenous.
Oh dear, you don't want to wake Ravenous. That's the worst thing to do.
It's not
because
sacrificial,
in this box,
it's all
we
part
have
of the
new
algorithm.
Ravenous kill team. 5 miniatures in the Ravenous kill team. You'll also notice there are some Hormigants in the background here too, but we'll talk about the Hormigants in just a second. But the Ravenous kill team is 5 models, and you can make quite different versions here. You could make them onto Ravener Warriors if you wanted to, as you see in 40k, but you can also make a Prime, as much as other things we're going to go over in a second. Raveners are powerful and terrifying.
Cool. Right? Indeed, they're powerful, live, driven by an all-consuming hunger. Reports say that sometimes they can be deposited on a planet, they burrow through rockcrete, armor, flesh, all with the same level of ease, and they can basically hide out for years, if not decades. And that seems to be what's happened here on
Looking
Volcus.
at its head,
as you mentioned,
it looks like they've stolen from the Luminef design team. Like, we need fins.
The rest of them. The Feltalon with claws that pump toxins that can then be tracked. The Venom Spitter that, as you can probably guess, spits venom.
Makes sense, yeah.
The Wrecker, which is a heavily muscled armored version, which
whatever influence they took, I'm glad they took it.
The Tremorcyte. It's got a hypersensory array to detect vibrations and chemical signatures.
Can you only make one of these?
And as you said, the rest can be warriors.
That's a lot of options.
If you've ever played Space Marine 2, you'll have come across
maybe
the
get 3
in there, and they burrow through the ground, and that's just so
pretty
difficult
cool.
to deal with. And that comes through in Kill Team as well. They actually have a rule where you draw a tunnel as the game continues, and your warriors and your Raveners can just pop in or pop out of that tunnel as the game continues, really confusing your foes. If I tell Kill Team players these guys have an APL of 3 apiece, that makes them super good. And they can
I don't know what those words mean,
which is terrifying too.
That's above my pay grade.
Monstrous,
but it's the way he's talking makes it sound very impressive.
But they are tough. They are real big and tough. Lots of wounds, lots of APL. Be terrified. Maybe not quite as terrifying, but pretty cool as well. The Battle Clade coming alongside them in the box set. These are an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team, and someone in the chat earlier on said, "I give my soul for an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team." We're going to send someone knocking on your door anytime soon. But Alex, tell us about these guys.
So these are archaeologists who specialize in hunting down arcana and exotic resources.
These guys, and then
alongside them, they've got the
guy she tells you not to worry about on the left.
Seems to be floating there. Basically, these guys specialize in reprogramming and controlling servitors, translating the mission into
guy's got a whole mini fridge on his back.
For their charges. But they can be a bit enthusiastic about the acquisition of more servitors. So if you do happen to have one of these guys float by, be careful they don't steal them. So alongside them, you've got a whole host of various servitors.
Do you think this is a Tyranid victory? The Tyranids do look a lot cooler than these guys.
Yeah. These still look cool, but the Tyranids were...
Because you are on a mission.
And they're not Horus Heresy Admech cool.
Needs must, right? Absolutely right.
Horus Heresy Admech is always
these guys have a rule called the Noospheric
These guys are more utilitarian, like, hey, we just kind of like got to get the job done. Whereas the Tyranid's like, look at me, look what I can do. I'm changing. I'm like a beautiful butterfly.
You can knock holes through walls, and the gun service and combat services carry a huge array of exotic weaponry, including a heavy arc rifle, incendiary igniters, and phosphor blasters, which all sound terrifying. Fun. Now, coming alongside those 2 kill teams in the box is the dossier, of course, which is where you would find the full rules for both the kill teams, but also has really loads of extra stuff in there as well. You see the tokens and things, the cards that come in the box. Inside the dossier, you'll find joint ops and adversary ops mission packs in here as well. The joint ops is really good fun. That's where the Hormigants and the Rippers that you get in the box that come into play as well, because there is a tree campaign for playing through the narrative of the Tyranid invasion on High Basilicus, and the Hormigants are your NPO, non-player operatives that you get in there with full data cards and rules for using those to fight against with your friends, which is quite good fun. But also in the box, people have noticed, we showed off on Warhammer Community a little while ago, the Tyranid Infestation Terrain upgrade. Tell me what we've got here.
So you get spore chimneys, capillary towers, gestation sacks, shard spewer growths, underbrewed mounds, capillary roots, spore vents.
Got to get a gestation sack.
Chimneys and vents pump out spores, capillary towers act as conduits.
There's a Hal joke in there somewhere for the chat, for sure.
Where they're basically going to get all the biomatter.
The thing was, when I was at Tilcon, I looked at some of the bespoke model bits. There was one that was just like dead animals animals and
really
drowned
nice
women.
of,
I'm like, why would I buy this?
Kill zone.
Why are these here?
In standard games, they provide light cover or heavy cover, as you might expect. But actually, in the joint op missions, they're also used as objective markers for you to investigate or destroy, or spawn points for
imagine just being like,
to come out of,
honey,
which
for your
is
birthday
terrifying as well.
Set of gestation pod.
Really nice to see some
I love
classic
it.
Tyranid terrain from yesteryear, made into a plastic set for your battlefield as well. Tyranid players all over the place. You want to get your claws on these. So there we go. That is Kill Team Typhon coming very soon. Got a little bit of time for some questions again from the chat. Ed, anything else we want to fire our way?
Well, obviously, the big one is for both kill teams.
And to be fair, shout out to these guys. They're doing this live. It's 2 a.m. for them as well, so fair enough to them.
Already, which you can use.
That is a good point.
Are we going to see full rules for both kill teams in their entirety? Well,
Hal missed the stream because he needed to spend some time in his gestation sack. There it is. Thank you, Tom Ward.
Watch community for that one.
Yep.
Anything else then?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about the Imperial Knights Codex and Chaos Knights Codex. Just keep watching. Obviously, when we get to 40k, we'll cover those.
Knights.
Spoilers.
Is this part of a Horde Typhon offensive in the lore?
Ooh.
The what?
Ooh, so as I mentioned
Typhon
before,
offensive.
the Raveners could be deposited on a planet well ahead of
So,
I suppose I'm about to learn what that is.
So
do we know who these guys are? Or are they just the guys who sit in front of the cameras, or do they do other
this
things?
This guy does Lore Masters.
Fingers crossed. It's
not Warhammer TV. They work for Warhammer.
Crossed it is a full invasion.
Proper, should we say?
You stay on your
They're
side,
in
sir. Anything else, Ed, that we want to go over?
Yeah, final thing about just obviously we've not had Raveners for quite some time.
I think his name's Alex. It's like goes,
hello there, welcome to Lore Masters. We're going to talk about the Ultramarines.
And he talks like that.
Basically, what we're going to do.
I see.
So basically, the kit you can build, you could build all 5 Raveners as a Ravener warrior, which is essentially the Ravener you can see in a sort of Ravener squad in a Warhammer 40,000 game. There's also full rules for Ravener.
I'm going to say something that is admittedly fueled mostly by bias, but also because it might give them time to come up with something.
Enough bits to build one of each.
I feel like they should freeze 40k releases for a bit.
I forgot the names of the ones.
Because
one of each of the other ones you can build there as well.
Look,
so not multiples of those.
Continually cooked with Cathay. AOS hasn't stopped cooking in 10 years with the models.
We're heading
Give the people who made those Blood Angels a little bit longer to figure out how to make them not bad.
That's pretty real.
And I just want Corsaro on a bike. Oh, just
never ever gonna
on
happen.
A bike, please.
Hold the releases. You know, we can. You can limit yourselves to like one Space Marine release a month. We don't need to give the artists time to do what they do best because they clearly know what they're doing.
Oh, Cities of Sigmar.
Devour them whole through gluttony, or shred them with cold-blooded savagery. The choice is yours with 4 new spearheads.
Oh, that's a new OCO. Well, I'm putting a spearhead video out tomorrow. This just got very awkward.
That's tough, man.
Oh, very exciting. So this is Spearhead Sand and Bone. This is basically the new expansion of Spearhead with a whole load of new and exciting additions.
You're sanding my bone.
2 areas of the Realm of Death. Double death.
You love this, don't you?
Yes, so you've got Ossia and Valorum. Basically, you've got 2 sides of that board with a whole new set of scenery. Now, I notice here we've got the Necropolis, Blood, Delusion, Grief, and Night, the 5 Mortarchs that we know of. And they basically reflect sites of ancient power, dread temples to those Mortarchs, but they're not set out in the same way that we've seen before.
No, you're right. There's a nice little variation between the Fire and Jade, the previous games as well, to give you really good variation on your games, depending on which realm you fight in. You'll also notice that on this board,
my only friend, the end, for
you've
$5.
got one
Thank you very
huge
much.
objective in the middle, with the other 4 smaller ones around it, which makes that central one super.
Use this money to buy Elemental Council.
And if you look on the top left of the purple board there, that one's only got 4
use this money to buy Elemental Council by Noah Nigan, which is best How book, and the author wrote God Eater. Also give Blood Angels their nipples.
Which is great fun.
Real for all that. I will use that money to buy Elemental Council. Thank you very much for the $5. Nice PFP, the Britonia deadlift.
Which can either
be
set up on the board at the start of the game, or maybe brought in through one of the twists in the game as well. We've got the Crypt of Blood, where your fighters can take an unholy draft and try and best their foes at combat, but at what cost? And the Icon of New Lamia, which is the statue there, which you can sort of call upon the veiled promises of the Argon.
I've been hearing good about that
maybe it'll
book,
help
which
you,
is
maybe
very
it won't.
nice.
Bit of a big risk there, but it's nice to see cool options in here as well.
Dead armies continue to take dub after dub is what I'm getting out of this this bit so far. Non-stop.
So it's a very different experience to Spearhead it is right now.
Armies are doing well, and armies that have never existed have risen from the proverbial grave.
Spearhead coming as well.
Indeed.
I'm sure that that playmat is going to be 10 times as expensive as it has any right to be, but it is cool.
As well as those 8.
So I just like the idea of someone printing it out on home
punch, don't they?
On paper, just super gluing it to a normal map. It's like, yeah, I got one.
Near them. But yeah, really
and I would not blame the person who does that one bit.
Sunblood Prowlers as well for the Seraphon fans. Who are these guys?
My favorite third
these basically have the Hunters
Nature Slate got shut down again. I think Zach Game 4 got shut down, so Zach Game 5 is clearly on its way.
Yeah, terrifying in combat. The Hunters Ranch
patiently await my hero
and grabbing your battle tactics.
But
if you don't fancy being quite so mobile, you can instead go for Sigmar Fusel Platoon and just shoot people off the table with all your guns and your crossbows.
Indeed, they're a mobile gunnery brigade, basically with 2 elements. You've got the Wilder Corps that move up the board.
Everything looks so cool.
Those 2 units of Free-Guild Fusiliers that basically
even got a dog.
A penetrable line of pervases.
They're definitely even better. They get better on their stage.
5 dogs.
Stationary, but of course,
5 dogs.
Battle tactics by doing that. But I tell you what, if you want to go for a smaller, more elite force, take a look at the Ossiarch Bone Reapers Mortizan Elite. It's just 9 models, but
I love those flying dudes.
Oh yeah, when we talk about sort of the Ossiarch,
the guy in the middle just
thinking about rank after rank of formidable troops.
He's being a wizard.
Will assemble
this Spearhead admittedly is kind of ass.
Yeah, he's doing the World Cup pose where he's like,
and most of them have 3+ save as well. So the guys are tough.
How much do these things usually cost, Colin?
Like the same as those guys, because
so actually a little bit cheaper, $30 cheaper, at least from American bucks.
Now that's not all there is for the Age of Sigmar. We've got the Scourge of Gyran. Now this is an exciting new season.
Eli, once again, come on, AOS is right there.
Now on the run up to that release,
I know. I have Hedonites, bro. I have Hedonites. The local group here for Age of Sigmar, I've not heard good things about them.
Regiments of renown, battle of the nations.
About the group or about the
game? Getting at least
about the group,
updated
not the game.
Card for an
the local stuff. There's been like a lot of cheating and stuff apparently. Sounds sus and bogus.
General's Handbook, which is
that's just unfortunate.
Current season, we see that new General's Handbook arrive. It's that time of year. Here it is, and the difference here with the General's Handbook.
They update this. Is this another update? Do they update this game every year?
Which is your 72-page book.
I don't think this is a full update. No, I think this is like a
manifestation and lore scroll.
It's like a big old like semi update.
6 objective markers in there too. It's a complete product for the Warhammer Age of Sigmar General, which you want to get your hands on. Tell me where we are.
Not to take away from the lovely looking book and all the tokens you get, but Wahapedia is free, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Is rife with disease, hellish minds,
and finally updated for 4th edition.
Monsters, insects, rapidly changing seasons.
It just reminds me when I saw Ian at Warhammer
Sounds like a perfect place to have your battles of Warhammer.
He was playing a game and he had the rattiest folder of just like pages of stuff and like that looks like it was printed off the internet. It's like, it's fine, it's in a binder.
Some hints here and there and some build-up to Scourge of Gyran to find out what's in the General's Handbook.
And that answers the question: was it printed off the internet?
Like with like duct tape the spine to keep it all together.
Nice. Good man.
What are folks saying out there in the world of Chatland?
Okay, I've combined a couple into one here, which is Fire and Jade still going to be supported, and will old Spearhead boxes still be allowed to play in the new Spearhead rules?
100% yes to both. So Fire and Jade is absolutely going to still be available. You can download the rules.
I would steal so much stuff in that room.
You can get the rules in the Ultimate
What is Fire and Jade?
Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Will your old Spearhead still be usable? Yep, absolutely no problem at all. It's an expansion to the game. It's not a replacement. So you can use whatever you like to in the game. So there's more ways to play Spearhead, which is great fun.
Yeah, it's just a Spearhead.
Got another great question. One of our viewers has noticed the Seraphon are led by a unit rather than a single character. How does that work?
Indeed. Do you want to take this one again?
Yeah, okay, so yes, you're right. Some of the we've seen some of the spearheads being led by units. We saw it first with the Gloomspike Gits. We're being led by that Snarl boss on his Snarl Fang. We've also now got the Sunblood pack leading the Seraphon, and the Man Trappers leading the ogres as well. Some of them work in different ways.
They're putting you in the
ogres,
total
sort of,
poverty scenario where you don't even have a
him,
character for your garrison, and they're just led by some
things to put down.
randoms.
Whereas the Sunblood pack, the Saurus,
In the what?
are actually 3 different models.
The total war poverty scenario where you're defending and you have a
unit.
Yeah, what you just
you'll
have
have any character to lead your
the
army.
basic settlement garrison, nothing actually there.
Or when you're playing like Dynasty Warriors Empires, and it's just like you're playing some named character who looks like all the other 17 characters.
Cool. Anything else?
But his name is different.
Questions still coming through.
Yes.
Oh well, maybe we'll go into some 4K later on. But before
we get a lot of 40K. No, stay here. I'm having fun.
Take a look ahead at what's coming in the future.
So,
I'm eating.
Coming now, we've got the Soul-Blight Grey
You're not
Wolves,
eating, you're
followed
feasting.
on by that Spearhead expansion,
Oh,
Sand and Bone, and then the
God,
General's
I
Handbook.
can't wait for those Soulblight things to
Taking
come
a
out.
look a bit further forwards into the future, we have the Ideneth Deepkin and Nighthaunt are going to be up very soon with the Blades of Khorne and the Caldron Overlords floating our way as well.
And then looking even further into the future,
Kharazron and Nighthaunt.
That could be one of,
I
I've
don't
got
know
at
what
least
I'm
3
looking
things in
at.
my mind, but I tell you what, guys, if
I'm
you guys
sure
have
Tyranid got
what that could
lost.
be, let us know in the chat. And we'll,
Is that a vampire mount?
I'm guessing
that's
something
the one I think that
vampire-y,
could
maybe
be. I've got at
Flesh Eater
least 2 in my
Courts.
mind it could definitely be. Right,
Yeah,
with that done, it's time to take a move forwards into the 41st millennium. And boy, we've got a lot of things to show you for Warhammer 40,000.
I like 40k.
Let's start off then with the chapter approved deck. It's that season. We've seen the General's Handbook already. It's time for the chapter approved deck 2025 to 2026. Now, this season, we're going to see this new deck, which functionally works the same as the current chapter approved deck, but with updates to missions, objectives, and formatting. So, going to be a really good players to get hold of.
As you can see, we're using the Crimson Fists on the cover, even though we haven't given them a mini in bloody ages.
Games, which are 1,000-point games.
Where is Pedro Cantor?
Oh, that's some wacky,
the smaller games.
that's some wacky deployment right there.
2 for 1,000-point games with up to 4 battle lines instead.
That's cool.
That's going to be quite fun. We can also see on the screen something called Asymmetric War as well, another new format which we've introduced for the chapter approved deck, where attacker and defender have different deployment zones and different aims within the game. So it's a much more unpredictable experience, and it's designed for 2,000 points and above. Instead of secret missions this time round, we've got challenger cards in the chapter approved deck. A challenger is a player trading by at least 6 victory points who can choose a challenger card or draw one. And these new cards provide a stratagem and a mission. Players can choose to complete the mission or use the stratagem, but not both. So similar mechanic to Spearhead if you guys have ever played that before. So nice little way of getting that player back into the game. And crucially here, this deck is designed to have lots of different ways to play 40,000 match play, to give you real replayability in your games, and to make your games much more exciting and fun when you play them. So there's lots of you there.
Brilliant.
You don't keep having repeat missions, which is really, really cool. So there we go. That's the chapter approved deck. Coming real soon. Make sure
if this wasn't happening, I was going to try to convince Andy to do a Learning Dota 2 stream on Friday.
So much coming.
We've also got.
But he's lucky that Adepticon is happening.
So they're coming with the
threatening toad. He's lucky.
Including a whole host of 8-bound
War Leader
jackals,
stuff,
as well as the Slaughterbound, that brand new hero. So this guy, where 8-bound has sort of 8 demons trapped within him,
certainly a big
taking on a bloodthirster that's giving him exceptional strength. Along with them, they've got their brand new codex, and within that is obviously going to be all of your
man's so angry his arm turned into a chainsword. Pretty cool.
Scalathrax,
kind of looks like a
characters, as well as the Red Angel's Gate, where Angron first manifested on Armageddon.
You're absolutely right. We've got a Slaughterbound.
Borderlands character. That's what I'm trying to say. He looks like a Borderlands character.
For the World Eaters, a monstrous hero who can lead 8-bound or exalted 8-bound into battle, and is so angry, Alex, that he rages at them and returns slain models to life, which is
so
terrifying.
Angry you can't die.
So absolutely right. The Codex is coming as well.
So he just goes like,
sees a dead one, just gives it a kick. Like, you can include Khorne demons in your army, much like the children could include Slaneshi demons in the army. And one of the detachments is the Khorne Demonkin, where you can use an enhancement to have a Lord on a Juggernaut leading
directly into his veins.
As a unit,
Nice to see.
Just great fun. And there we get. You know what? Talking of Khorne demons. Well, we've got a little something to say, and it's over to Ed in Apology Corner.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So Karanak, should be in the Codex Demons Index.
Karnak,
he's not
huge,
and we know that everyone wants it, so have no fear. He will be back when the World Eaters Codex comes out. Be both in that and also in updated.
I love that dude
at the same time.
Dog.
There we go. Good news for all you Corn Demon fans. Our apologies, guys. We're going to fix that mistake when that book drops. So thanks for that patience on that one. But right, keeping on the Chaos theme, what else is coming?
Indeed, we're going to see the Death Guard. So the Death Guard, likewise, have the pox-wrought vector battle force with a fetid light drone, the foxes, plague burst crawler,
I'm muted, silly me.
plague marines, a whole host of disease-ridden bodies, along with the
shout out to the not the LVO, but the last Warhammer presentation they did, where they decided yes, that this dog needs a whole Total War trailer.
And as a weapon.
Yeah, it's horrible, that thing on his back as well. He basically
I've already seen this model.
Too far away
this
from
the new
seeing
Combat
at all.
Patrol? Is
That
that
gigantic sword on his back is a great plague blade. And let me tell you, when I tell it's one of the most powerful combat weapons in 40k, it's great. Again, the Codex includes lots of detachments. You can have Nurgle demons in the book, 6 detachments in there, including one that's very demons heavy, and one that lets you have an unending horde of poxwalkers, just as you'd hope to see, which is cool. And you know what? Let's round off the unholy triumvirate of chaos. We've got the 1,000 Suns.
Let's get some good news for Hal.
What
the heck?
Look at that thing going on here.
Yeah, robots
going on here.
Ooh,
what the heck?
What are you? No, those are 1,000 Suns.
Robots. So these are mechanical constructs with.
Bro, to say robots?
Prospering spirits or
there ain't no
we
way.
We splice 1,000 Suns with Gundam.
There ain't no way.
Power, runes of misdirection and illusion. One of their key features, their psychic.
Don't zoom on his crotch. That's rude.
Threaded through with spells of prophecy, so you can essentially.
I don't know about
these. Model. Check out his crotch.
I don't know about these. These look kind of goofy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
They kind of see where the enemy's going to be as well.
Out of place.
This unit
they look like
Overwatch stratagem.
They look like a Power Rangers.
Terrifying, especially when they can be armed with heavy warp flamers as well as missile racks and melter guns.
Eli, you're sounding an awful lot like Hal with that comparison.
Cool,
no, the Power Rangers are cool for the Eldar.
Lets you take loads of vehicles.
All I'm saying is take the rocket pods. If you want to, the look, I'd say that'd be more like a Votan mech or something that they can sit in, and it's like
and in the Crusade
could accommodate their short stature, and it's got extended.
Well. And you're talking
it's too roboty.
We've seen already.
Don't look right.
Children.
Yeah, Finny, I love the Power Ranger Eldar. That doesn't mean the Power Ranger aesthetic works with everything.
Same with the 3 others we're releasing as well. Of course, on the screen you can see the world. We've got the Death Guard and the 1,000 Suns coming.
I am breaking out.
These books,
Imperium fan
incredible.
Slop.
Oh yes,
how dare you?
Check it out. It's Angry Ron. Angry Ron is being angry again.
However, they look cool on screen.
They really do.
But in person, physically, they're much better.
Right.
And Ed, you've managed to get your hands on them, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I'm going to gone 2 a.m. The studio was not occupied, so I went in. I thought I'd nick them. So we've got this beautiful slipcase that comes apart. A nice, almost torn cover. We've got 3 parts of the book. We've got the codex itself with gilt-edged gold pages.
They really like nice that like white background with a blotch thing,
so
kind of like Arcs of Omen. We're like this now. 5
pieces of relevant themed artwork for your god.
I don't think my Empress Children fancy codex came with all that stuff.
And then we have a large slipcase
refund,
3 gilt-edged data cards.
Maybe it did. Maybe it makes it look more. I just took it out and started reading it. I wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe
for objective markers, and finally we have this really nice solid metal medallion that we can make, and they all magnetize together to form one large metal medallion. That is so weighty.
Ryan says my wallet is so happy for the bad 40k announcements.
Instead of the smaller ones somehow.
I just like that they're like, we made this thing magnetized, so you buy all 4. Please buy all 4 so you can put them together.
Battle Chicken says
maybe it's the adrenaline for getting my hands.
Those are
they look like the team version of P-Sun's Power Ranger. I'm glad somebody agrees with me.
Only 1,600 copies of each.
They just don't look right in that army. They could look good in something else, I think.
Oh, there's
why are they here?
There's the fancy Emperor's Children Codex coming out after the box already came out. I've already acquired a codex.
That Eli is just.
So there we go. That's the limited.
Fine. I wouldn't really want to drop $200 on a codex, anyways. To be honest.
Fair enough.
We've got some other cool stuff coming. It's time to go a little bit Imperium.
See the Knights.
Grey Knights.
Grey Knights.
Their update here too, Alex. What have we got here?
Indeed. So this is the Sontic
right now.
Conclave Battle Force the Grandmaster and Nemesis.
I don't see any new models in there, though.
Brotherhood Terminators and Strike Squads.
Did we just get trolled?
So
did I just get baited?
I think you're getting.
Are you serious? Did they just bait every Grey Knight player ever? What the heck?
Super anti-demonic forces.
Wow.
You will use 15-year-olds models, and you will be happy.
Absolutely trolled. Holy frick.
Now, this is
wow. I personally love the old Grey Knights models.
It is indeed.
I mean, I like
we
them
had the
too.
rules for a Grandmaster in a Dread Knight.
Something new, or at least bring it up.
Why is this here?
Is that Dread Knight new?
The most heroic heroes of the Grey Knights.
It looks faintly chunkier, but I can't tell if that's just the camera
weapon upgrades,
angle.
including the Subliminator, the huge
I think
psychic
it's new.
melter,
That mace was definitely
and
not.
Carrier is
mace,
new.
which is what this thing has in common. Massive psychic blunt force trauma, which can destroy.
But now
enemies.
he looks out of place with all the other
There's also a
things, I
Nemesis
guess.
flail, which is sort of like a more.
What does Eli want, by the way? I already have what I want. I wanted my Emperor's
of that guy, and a great addition kit. It's basically like the Nemesis Dread Knight kit with an upgrade sprue in there as well to make it into a Grey Knight Grand.
We're even blurring the other figures so you can't see them properly.
Grey Knight players can
look over here.
Rules like Hating Infinity still there.
Please do not look at the rest of this box.
Detachments in there covering lots of different army styles, including.
We should have. I want to see the
vehicles and walkers.
Where's the LB? I want to see the chat.
Dreadnoughts if you want to, which is great
for their
in Crusade. You can stave off
14,000 watching
with the aid of Vision.
Andy, is there any, aside from Corsaro on his bike, which is will happen when we're dead? What's
I don't want anything. I just want Moondraken being ridden by my boy. That's all I want. I'm a simple man.
And
I just want a white skull
a war zone
bike,
will be
please.
familiar
Oh
to
yeah,
many
it looks like the whole chat in their chat is
such a big deal.
salty about no new Grey Knights.
Invasions. Now the world stands directly in the path of one of the Blood Crusades. It's splintered on all killed territories in Golgotha.
The 1 trillionth war for Armageddon.
Descended to plague the whole sector.
We're back.
The amount of blood that has been spilt has basically.
We made some really cool new art for the Grey Knights. Haven't made any new models though, apart from that one guy.
That's actually
absolutely
so hard, man.
Arrived. So the world eaters of
they should have just used old art for the Codex cover, just to be like, yeah, we know we didn't make any new models.
I mean, this isn't a Codex to be fair. I think that's just a Crusade book.
Yeah, it's a Battle Force.
The Grey Knights who have foreseen.
Yeah,
but yeah, they trolled. They did.
What
I haven't seen a bigger bait in a long time.
This actual book itself is a Crusade book, and if you've never played Crusade before, it's a wonderful way of linking your games together.
Every Grey Knight fan's heart.
Your forces get enhancements.
Next, I'll be showing the original box of Votan models and be like, yeah, these are just here, by the way.
Never played.
We're not going to fix
We're playing at the moment.
rules. Just look at this again.
It's great fun. Cool. You can either choose to defend Armageddon, to attack Armageddon, or perhaps be one of the.
Why would you attack Armageddon? Leave it alone. It's been under enough stress.
Maybe inside later on.
That's why.
And there's a free campaign inside the book for all those three factions as they sort of take the battle to the enemy over the course of Armageddon.
Oh, I'm messing up
it's
my
great. You've got Crusade badges in there. There's a focus on epic heroes, mighty deeds, fighting hellscapes as the barriers between warp and reality just merge. And what's really cool as well is there's rules for unbound demons blocking to your game as sort of non.
The worst thing I can the least pleasing,
just taking
most upset this presentation has made me is that I'm now putting off the High Elves purchase yet another 50 months because Cathay is now here. I'm not doing that. They're first.
Sounds this cool.
Wow.
Planet Armageddon.
Ooh. This looks cool.
An imperial linchpin plagued by invasion and constant bloody warfare.
Is it a linchpin? Really important.
It's like a lot of guns. They make a lot of guns.
Yeah.
At this point, is it even worth it? Like,
I see what they're doing. Oh, I remember the Months of Shame / First War. That's why we haven't redone the models. Thanks. Cool.
Will anyone answer their call?
Oh, hello.
Oh, new Space Wolves.
New Space Wolves.
They grew you.
No
Grey
Knights.
The Grey Knights.
No Grey Knights, just Space Wolves. Wow.
Holy frick. That's awesome.
Wait, are these Primaris? Oh, so it's not even First War. It's like Fourth War for Armageddon. Wow.
I want to see more new Space Wolves. I want to see more than just Primaris Space Wolves. Well, that was a cool $1,000 page.
The Adeptus Astartes must halt the demonic tide.
I mean, Grey Knights and Space Wolves teaming up again for the next Armageddon War is pretty cool.
Both of them just meet in the middle, and it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too.
That was incredible.
Let's go kill some demons.
Everybody there,
and then they
kiss. A whole new draft of Space Wolves.
Oh, they're here. The Space Wolves are here. We've been waiting for them for a long time. And it's great to see a fantastic new range of miniatures coming your way for the Space Wolves.
Maybe next time.
Let's take a look because I mean, look at these.
Someday,
we've waited and waited.
I see storm shields. That makes me happy.
In particular, what we're seeing right now is the Space Wolves Army launch set coming to you soon. Included in there is the new Wolf Priest, the new Battle Leader, the new Head Takers, the Blood Claws, and the Grey Hunters. We're all getting new miniatures there. We'll talk about all of these. They got the new Codex in there as well.
Bringing back my space.
Oh wow, what a force! Let's have a look.
Don't do this to me.
A bit closer, shall we? Starting off with the Wolf Priest. Now,
put this guy's body
my compatriot Simon here tells me that aside from a
random
send me
angry smashing
this is the first time Games Workshop has done a Wolf Priest miniature. So it's great to see. And I'm right in thinking this is a kind of
in no way they brought back Armageddon, but didn't bring back Steel Legion.
To observe the warring tribes of
I didn't even think of
select potential aspirants. They harvest gene seed.
Yeah, that's a BM. You will have no new regiments. You will have Cadians, Catachans, and Krieg forever.
It's really nice.
You don't even have Catacan really anymore.
You got head options, helmeted.
You get two models
in game.
Just like the idea that a Steel Legion
wounds to units.
He was like, "Do we get any in the space?" Was like, "No,
no
one cares. I'm a space."
And the chaplaincy as well, which is just cool.
New
also
Space
in the
Wolf
box set, we've got another leader, the Wolfguard Battle Leader. Might be my favorite model of the box, this one.
Very cool.
It's so cool. Again, lots of options here. Helmeted, bare heads, different weapon options
Can't
as
complain
well.
about that their Space Wolf. He looks like a Space Wolf.
The members of the Wolf
The
Guard
Power
and the
Sword is a weird choice. They could have given him the Ragnar-esque chainsword. They could have given him an axe. Sword is a weird choice.
Yeah, I would have rather him have something else. That's true.
So temporary is a
maybe he'll have more options though.
They've got access to ancient and powerful relics from the Great Company's armory, and when the Wolf Lord falls, it is from amongst these Wolfguard that his replacement is found. So giving them experience.
Space Wolves were my OG army.
Valuable.
You want these guys.
This is giving me an urge.
Combat specifically your Wolfguard head takers, your Grey Hunters.
Well, the idea that when I was 12, I had Space Wolves like everyone. Then I wasn't 12 anymore.
Great update on an iconic Space Wolf unit. These guys are the newer Space Wolves. Loads of options all over the kit, including different heads and things as well.
I guess I lost
lighter armor than
I lost my desire to play them when Primaris came out, and they were just non-existent basically.
Yeah, they're young
just really lame.
And they need to prove themselves.
But now they have actual Space Wolf models again.
Like all chapters, training harsh and extensive, but battlefield experience is the most valuable, and so the Blood Claws are not discouraged from taking up positions in the vanguard.
That's pretty cool. Like now, as Blood Claws have been in the past, these guys are combat.
I forgot about the Attilan Rough Riders, so it's always a 4 guard regiment. Yeah, I suppose.
Like all Space Wolves infantry in Tacticus.
I forgot about them. I'm a White Scars guy.
So they're faster than other Space Marines because they're desperate to get into combat. They're cunning hunters as well, allowing them to reroll.
Steel Legion got killed by the 1,000 Sun robots. Come on, bro.
They can reroll all wounds, which is pretty cool. Just like the Grey Hunters, who are the other iconic Space Wolf unit.
The 1,000 Suns models. They were making me think of like Wraith
all plastic,
Knights.
loads of options.
They had like a similar
leader, lots of options all over the kit to really personalize your Marines.
And I was
which
like,
is perfect
they should have been an Eldar
as they're sort of
style.
They're more the veteran Marines, aren't they?
Yeah, so they've survived.
Peter, download ad block.
Grey Hunters, and this is when the Canis Helix is really presenting a bit more apparently. So they've got grey hairs, fangs, rougher skin, all of those like canine developments that we love with the Space.
We have a new Lucas the Trickster model, please.
That'd be cool. Any new true, I would very much like to see some new revealed characters.
Fire akin to the Blood Claws.
That's what they should do. No more big releases for a while, just characters.
These guys are great at everything.
Yes.
They have Astartes chainswords.
Ease up on it. Give some characters like time to properly cook, make them right, and then you can make a new unit that doesn't
have a power fist or a power weapon. But the big news here, as well as the fact that they can move 7 inches like the Blood Claws, is that this unit are OC3 apiece, which makes them absolutely perfect for holding and capturing objectives from the enemy.
I miss the days of 40K.
I hate to admit it,
the Eldar were faster than everyone else.
Yeah,
in the Imperial forces. So yeah, get your hands on, or your claws on some of these if you possibly can.
That freaking guy in the middle.
Next, we've got the elites of the force, the head takers, and they're hunting wolves.
So the head takers tend to be from.
Where's new Thunderwolves? That's what everyone really wants. Is new Thunderwolves.
And they specialize in.
They'd be crazy not to release those.
Beasts, warlords,
that's huge.
Wolves with them are closely.
Holy frick! I'm gonna spend all my money.
That it's almost as if they act as one, like an instinctive coordination.
Oh, there's one thing on the set they haven't shown.
Blade Guard veterans you might recognise from Space Marines. They have loads of options. There's 9 interchangeable head options in the kit for your bare helmeted your bare heads or your helmeted. There's lots of bare heads in the Space Marines kits, which is great because that really suits them. You can give these guys different weapon options. They can come with a mastercrafted power weapon and shield, or a pair of mastercrafted power weapons for 6 attacks apiece. The head takers and hunting wolves fight as separate units on the battlefield, which is quite interesting. So you can run them around separately. You talk about this sort of going for the big monsters and the champions there. Before the game, you select one enemy.
All I heard out of that was Zach Games and then
to be your quarry, and they get devastating wounds and precision when charging that quarry. And when they've killed it, they just unit and a new quarry, which is terrifying.
Hurry up, sir.
Of course, inside this box, we're also seeing the Space Wolves Codex supplement as well. Like I said, this is in conjunction with the Space Marines Codex as well, but it contains full background of the Space Wolves faction. The colour section with loads of.
It's weird that they're like, we'll make new stuff for the Grey Knights who don't have new models, but we won't make new stuff for the Space Wolves who have new
and their own
models.
saga to complete your saga. Additional rules.
New art, or is it an old one with a different background?
There are new Oathsworn
I've seen these before.
Expanding
That's
on those
3 different pieces of art.
Codex,
right, and then there's actually 2 combined in that one.
Exclusive battle traits, stars,
I recognize the guy in Golden Grim.
My favourite little aspect often in these codex is the little aside.
Technically, that's 3 pieces combined because it's the world of Fenris, that piece of art, and the guys all.
They are deviants, all these Space Wolves, uncouth and lacking in honour, incurable and without discipline. They respond with contempt to direct orders. Lord Gilliman's Codex Astartes and treat the orders of Imperial commanders with contempt. And I think that sums them up perfectly.
Yeah, and an awful lot of Space players I've met as
well.
You know who you guys are. Well, that's an incredible range of miniatures coming for the Space Wolves. And what's more, that's not all. There's going to be more coming as well. We just haven't shown you everything yet. Expect some more characters.
Lehman Russ is coming back.
That's okay.
Here comes Lehman.
That's
why.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Website where you can get to see.
Got to crank these out quicker because otherwise we'll be 80 by the time all the Primarchs are back.
That range refresh we've been looking for, and it's here.
Yeah, where's Russ? True.
Guys.
Start taking them away. Get rid of them.
Question corner. Ed, folks have got to be happy about the Space Wolves, right? Surely.
They are indeed. There's lots of love for Space Wolves. Space Wolf related question though is, do we know if Thunderwolf Cavalry?
Did no one watch my Space Wolves content this
so
last
we're not going to answer
few
any
months.
questions about that right now because the
Where are they?
website's going to give you more details about
probably at the pub. That
makes
sense.
Coming forward, there's loads of articles coming.
They're drinking.
That, so just keep your eyes on Warhammer Community for now.
And they can't read, so there is that.
Will be answered right
they can't type on the
They're still trying to figure out the menu.
I
guess we're not going to get to know what to do
before the stream started, and they've been cast throughout. So it's time to come to them. Imperial Knights. Obviously, on the last roadmap, they appeared as one of the next.
I'm with you, Drepu. I want Drepu. I want Jagatai back as well, but looking at the way it is, it's probably Lehman.
We will answer that moment.
Yeah,
probably Lehman.
Well,
okay.
Really would have showed him here if he was
shown
up.
Do you know if they're getting a named character? That's another question that's been asked since the beginning.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be real pedantic here, but in White Dwarf 509, they got 2 named characters in the combat patrol. So there we go. That they already exist. As 4 other named characters in the future. I don't know, to be honest with you. Again, keep your eyes on Warcom. If we haven't talked about it here, we can't mention it yet.
They shouldn't be an army. They should be allies only.
Again, release dates, limited codexes.
No one likes playing against 3 models.
Another question about them though is, are they
you don't like the DPS check? You don't like the did I remember to bring Melta weapons?
No, not really.
Then we'll see other stuff coming out later on as well. Release dates and everything. Completely.
It's only fun if you're also only playing 3 models.
Warhammer Community and the social media channels.
Yeah, well, if you're doing that, just go fucking play BattleTech. It's right there.
Quite yet. Keep your eyes on Warhammer Community.
Significantly cheaper too.
A potential lore-based question. Obviously, we're coming.
Lehman is coming to Yif Fulgrim to death. No, that's a crazy. That's a crazy.
Do not like. Shut
up. As we saw from the Astra Militarum,
Yif Fulgrim in the first
question is
Garrick.
Real question though, guys. When Lehman comes back, is he going to have a big beard or no beard or a small beard?
He better have a beard.
He better be old man Lehman Russ.
He better look like Santa. He better have like a knot, like you know those like knotted ones. B.
Lehman Russ isn't not.
There was a body.
Heavy gear is better than BattleTech. Kaiser champion. I don't know what that is, but you probably make me call him grumpy now.
Anything else, Ed?
I don't know what it is either,
Yeah,
so
again,
I don't
there's just
have
lots of
the.
questions about, you know, new
I don't have the
menus, what might come
context to be
next, so again,
grumpy.
all those will still be.
Do you know what?
Check out Warcraft.
Just
we would love
miffed.
to answer all those questions, guys. And I
Just
probably
vaguely
ourselves, we
insulted
totally
because I
understand,
feel that was
but
your
we can't
intent.
say everything right now. Just keep your eyes on the Warcraft website and you'll feel it. In fact, should we take a look right now, a little look further ahead?
I'm not going to get over the
next for Warhammer
no Grey Knight update. That is too freaking.
Coming up first, we've got the 1,000 Suns. They're going to be marching in with those
yes,
robots.
the thing. I don't
Space
know.
Wolves howling in. The World Eaters. Finally, the Death Guard are going to make a slow trudge up the field.
And quite soon as well. It's saying right now on the screen, so they're becoming real soon, which is good news for all you Chaos fans and Space Wolf fans. Now, what's coming next? We've got the Black Templars. The Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights are stomping over the horizon as we speak.
And then a little bit.
One army out of the 4 they just showed need an update.
That's Tor Garadon.
Pretty sure I can guess at least
So
2
Imperial
of these.
Fists, Salamanders, and
definitely interesting.
I don't know what that was in the middle.
Colin, you'll take your one Old World announcement and you'll suffer through the 10 40k announcements
Yeah,
after.
you know what? I will accept it because that one announcement was, hey, here's a fucking army we created.
Yeah, me too.
It is huge.
So
it
there
looks
we go.
cooler than anything else revealed
that's what's
here.
coming for the future for Warhammer 40,000. We've got just enough time for a couple more questions. Is there anything else that's burning people?
That's all we get.
That wasn't bad, to be fair. I'm not gonna. I can't really complain about that.
That wasn't like not the one before LVO we all watched. That was a
that was
which gave me Blood Bowl excitement and then like an hour and a half of apathy.
Yeah, but I think they learned from that experience.
Now they just need to learn.
It was just the way they were like, they were just like, oh, remember this model? I was like, yes. What of it? Like, oh yeah, we made this. I was like, yes, we know. And I feel like the Grey Knight thing was just to pad out that section.
Yeah,
they didn't need that in there.
Not for as long as they did, at least. Like, you know, I'm fine. They want to announce the new collection box. Fine, whatever. We don't need the little cinematic for the nothing but old models.
Yeah, I've finished most of my tank, so I'm happy.
We've seen some fantastic.
And I'm going to be buying Space Wolves, maybe. Maybe not.
So we saw the Old World. We saw Kill Team.
Oh yes. Space Wolves.
I'll see how the finances are after I buy every food item in Ireland.
What's been your favorite of the show so far?
I'm awfully tempted by the Raveners in that Kill Team box, but I think it's going to have to be the Grand Cathay and Dragon.
Yeah.
Beautiful model. And
Baby.
I think I'm a Spearhead fan, so I'm really looking forward to playing Sand and Bone. And I can't wait to see Simon paint some of those new Space Walls as well. It's going to be good. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much.
My brother-in-law will be very happy about the new.
Just a quick one.
Space
if you want to see
Wolves.
any more pictures and information about what we've shown here today, make sure you're going over to the
Is he
website
12?
where you can have a look at some more pictures and check out more information. And also
Before we end, I have one present for everyone because I hear a
information.
dog at my
Start
door.
on
So
social media, which
Nice.
is
dog appearance.
Dog.
you can see on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X.
Oh.
Sign up there.
I lied.
Get all
2
your
dog.
information straight to you.
So
this
many
weekend
dog.
at Adepticon,
Nice.
We have other streams coming right here on Twitch as well. So if you want to see the 140,000 Championship or the 140,000 Team tournaments, they're all being streamed over the next 4 days up until Sunday. So do check them out right here on Twitch. Thank you to everyone involved behind the scenes, behind the camera. Those of you in the chat, Notley, you're absolute legend. Thank you so much indeed. Alex, Ed, it's been a real pleasure. I think that's it, guys. I think we're signing out. Yep. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well,
Farewell.
I miss
so
you.
Cathay, obvious win for
Yeah.
Cathay.
The past like 3 years has been vindication for liking the failed Warhammer setting. It's good things come to those who wait.
Truly.
Yeah. Also,
It
I'm just
almost
gonna do
makes up for the
this.
fact I know whatever
so we
storylines they do with it are going to end with, and then everyone died.
Just so we can see a bigger view of the dogs. I'm just going to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, Cathay, obvious winner. Kill Team's kind of cool. We like new Tyranids, new bugs.
Yep.
What the hell was the... I mean, Space Wolves are cool, but like, what was going on with the rest of that? It was like... I can't get over the Thousand Suns order bots look so weird.
Yeah, I agree. I think they look goofy. I just think they look goofy.
They look so out of place.
The corn guy was cool. I've already seen that Nurgle thing. so I don't really care about that. But the corn guy also kind of just looks like another 8-bound, but bigger, which I guess is what they were going for. But
yeah,
sure, I guess. I don't know. Space Wolves are eating good.
Mm-hmm.
No Armageddon Steel Legion, no new Imperial Guard regiments for another 20 years. I don't know. At least we got good things this time. So that's cool.
Yeah. I think you're muted, Colin.
I am. I was typing something out real quick. I mean, like, it is, again, it was a good showcase. It's a shame that the Grey Knights were a bit of a prank, but other than that, I mean, I didn't see anything that looked too egregious, right? Like even the Space Wolves look cool. I don't like Space Wolves, but they look cool.
I mean, the Thousand Sun robot looked a bit egregious to me. I'm
true.
I'm gonna die on this hill.
It's not a whole army though, and at least it's a new unit. They didn't like butcher an old unit.
Yeah. At least it's one they can just like forget after a year and be like, yeah, we can take that. That's fine.
They didn't take like Scarab Occult Terminators and said, no, that's what this is now.
Yeah.
No, this is what that is.
It could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse, but I feel like they were lacking on ideas.
It didn't hurt any. Nothing's been hurt with its inclusion. They didn't take anything away. They didn't, fuck anything up. It was like, hey, if you, I feel like, I don't know, you guys seem to not like them. I'm pretty I feel like most people though, like, are probably not gonna like them, but there's gonna be like that 10% of Thousand Sons players that are like, this is my baby. This is phenomenal to me. I think there is a niche for that. Is it a big niche? No, but
it's literally that scene from Ant-Man with the daughter who gets given a bunny rabbit. She's like, it's so ugly. I love him.
Look, people owed pugs. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Although it's just like, I can imagine them like, they could have done a cool thing with like, had like a Scarab Occult Terminator and maybe have like plastic so that it's like see-through plastic, like ethereal, you make a paint job and it has like extended limbs or something that like goes, oh, weird ethereal energy, or you got magic. It's magic. You could do so much with magic and like, this guy with rockets on his back. Kind of looks like
it's true.
Kind of looks like a Wraith Knight, but we squished him. It's weird.
It's not a lot of magic going on there. That is very, very true.
Yeah.
But
overall, though, pretty solid reveals for the most part. I like
extremely good, honestly. Cathay alone is enough to make it good.
Oh yeah, AOS stuff wasn't too much new, but the combat patrols did look pretty sick. They showed me the Soul Blight again, so I know that they're gonna be coming. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I caught that the first time around. Is that a new Eli? Is it Gorok's the white lizardman, right? In fantasy?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's a new like white lizardman model, which isn't quite Gorok, but hey, update. That's good. Unless I missed it last Seraphon refresh, which is entirely possible, admittedly.
I have no idea.
That sure is an OCR Bone Reaper spearhead. although I know exactly what they did with that. They finally realized every single discount box we have is like 80% their basic infantry, which means they're all really good for getting a new army of OCR Bone Reapers. When a new one comes out, though, you then go, well, I have 100 of these models. I don't need any more.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, good reveals overall. I'm happy. We also got a $2 donation from Tito Xavier. Thank you for the $2.
Thank you very much.
And a great profile picture.
Awesome.
It's just pulling face like, great. But yeah, other than that, is there anything else we want to add?
Should we? I don't know, probably maybe a couple in the next few. We have a Discord now. If you've not caught it,
Yes.
Yeah. Come to the Discord and whinge about how the Grey Knights bit was rubbish. That make memes.
Discord's growing well. We're almost at 500 people. Maybe we are at 500 people now. I'm not entirely sure. But...
Alternatively, if you only want to be half negative, come to the Discord and mog every other fantasy player with your entirely brand new plastic army.
Yeah, very real. Very real.
Dwarfs in particular, boy, looking at dwarf models. You have the warriors, you have the 2 new characters, and then you have that's a model, isn't it? Boy, that sure is a dwarf slayer.
Yeah.
That sure is
hot
dog shit.
That's how it is. Yeah.
I'm going to the old world store real quick before we go. Oh yeah, that is a crunchy model. Andy, can I get a request to put something on this?
Yeah, sure.
I still love the old
those bad boys in general.
I love them. Oh man.
I'm sorry, but they went over the first hurdle of it's so old, but they didn't do what the Imperial Dwarfs did, which is it's so old that it wraps back around to be
yeah, the Slayers look goofy. I can't.
These just look like shit.
I can't defend those. The armored ones at least look still, but
no, the armored ones still look good. It's a lot easier to make armored look than these. I will give it credit. But what is the one on the bottom right? What is that? That is not a mohawk. What the hell is that?
That's a bowl cut where you,
that's what I was
you put a bowl on your head and you just cut around.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Mom, my haircut looks stupid. You'll be fine.
God, I'm thinking of a character from Ned's Declassified right now.
Bro became a slayer right after going to the barber. This was why.
That's what made him take the oath. He looked in a mirror.
Also, this guy on the left looks like he's about to sneeze.
He does.
They're very comical. Yeah. They're very comical, definitely.
But still, all around, everyone's going to buy a Cathay army, and we won't have to look at them anymore.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually the other bad news I got. I'm not going to be able to get it because I'm going to refresh the page and it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That's the advantage of having a local game store that isn't a Games Workshop, because you can order through them, and then they'll hold stuff for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's why I got my Emperor's Children, because there was no way I was staying up till 5 a.m. freaking refreshing a page.
So what you're saying, Eli, is to all the scalpers out there who are going to pre-order like 1 billion Cathay boxes, well done you. You're going to make a load of money.
And from me to them, burn in hell.
Yeah, execute all scalpers. Summary execution in the town square.
Fired at with those rockets, the little fireworks rockets.
Yeah,
good fun. Or fired out of the cannon with the rockets.
Yeah, tie them to the fireworks and send them off.
But that was good fun. And you'll be at Adepticon tomorrow, won't you, Colin? You're going to go in the flesh.
I will be
a bit of fun,
mucking about.
Mm-hmm. So go harass Colin.
Yeah. I can't stop you. I'd rather you didn't, but I can't really stop you. Say hello. Just don't.
Yeah. Say hello. Don't be mean about the elder.
Just don't throw things at
hello.
me.
Yeah, no tomatoes. Yeah, there we go.
Do they
anyway,
reveal...
have fun.
Yeah. Do they reveal more things on the other days, just not on live stream? Do we know?
I don't know.
I
wouldn't put it past GW to be like, it's fine. Does it get one thing?
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, we hope you all enjoyed today's stream. It was good fun. Good work, China. Well done.
Yes, sir, China.
Grey Knights, not so much.
10 billion yuan to Games Workshop.
I am legitimately sorry, Grey Knights players. That was pure evil what they did to you today. Never forget what they did to you today. Never forget.
Although GW have committed sin against you, just remember their social credit score has gone up, so they won't care. But still, thank you all for watching. We haven't got a stream up on Friday, but we've got something else planned, and you'll see it. It's big. It's big. But we hope you guys have.
You will not miss it. You cannot.
You will not miss it. You will be gorging on it for weeks. But thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next week, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah. Take care, everyone.
Bye. Love you.